All right, so we're with Matt McAdams from TrackVia in the WHIR Lounge. Thanks for joining us.
Nice to be here, Larissa.
Cool, really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
So we're going to start off just really simply. Why don't you let me know what TrackVia is? What does your company do?
Good question. We have a web-based database. So our product is an easy-to-use, general-purpose business database. Our customers are all small businesses. They use TrackVia to track anything you'd keep track of in a database. So customers, inventory, sales, recruiting, any list of business data that you track and manage. And what makes it different from really any other database is that it's all web-based, so it's software as a service, it lives in the cloud, and it's easy to use. So it's not built for programmers or IT people, it's built for ordinary humans, business people who have a list of data and they need a better way to manage it and share it and track it, and they don't want to mess around with SQL Server or MySQL or Oracle or any of the desktop databases. They want to online, log in, manage your data, point and click way to track their stuff.
There seems to be actually, you're not the first person I've spoken to who's kind of mentioned that the purpose of their company is keeping it simple.
Yeah.
And do you feel like this is a trend that is going to become a lot larger, like just to the everyday man, to the small business?
Yeah, I do. I think there's a couple of drivers for that. One is that big enterprise software companies have sort of saturated the Fortune 500 market, and those, all the big global corporations that are going to buy multi-million-dollar software packages have already bought those packages. Mm-hmm. So the next area of growth for software vendors is smaller companies.
Okay.
And so the SMB market, or small and mid-sized business market, is a real big focus for everybody from Microsoft on down to TrackVia's. But small and mid-sized businesses want very different software than big corporations want. They want software that they don't need an IT department to run. And the problem with most software is it costs more to own it than to buy it, because you need to hire people to manage the servers, and that's part of the popularity of web hosting and other types of hosting, which is why we're here at this conference, because smaller businesses who want websites and want web-based applications aren't going to hire their own IT department, much less build their own data center. They hire other people to do that. So just like there's I think been a shift from owning your own server to have somebody host it for you, there's also a shift from big complicated business applications that an IT department needs to run to smaller, simpler, easy to use business applications that a business person can run, or not run at all, use. Nobody has to manage it and own it. So TrackVia is part of that trend towards smaller software, lighter weight software, simpler software that lives in the cloud, it's hosted for you, and you don't need a techie to keep it up and running.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like an easy solution, and yet obviously you've thought of it ahead of time. So I hope you're ahead of everybody else.
Yeah,
we're in
a good position.
Yeah.
We got a product, and we're here today to find hosting companies that want to add a business application to their list of products that they sell to their small businesses, and get an additional source of recurring revenue. So we're basically looking for partners to resell TrackVia.
Well, this is a great place to do it. I mean, have you been successful, do you think, so far?
Yeah, well, it's our first show. It's our first year here. And we actually have been just selling direct for our whole corporate history, which has been successful for us, but the product's good enough that we're starting to develop channels now. So the whole channel development effort is sort of new to TrackVia. And so this is the first time we're here at this show. Love the show, it's great. We're getting great traffic, having great conversations with big hosting providers down to smaller service providers. So the proof will be, in the next few months as we follow up with these people and see how much business we get and they get out of these partnerships. But so it's only it being only the first day, so far so good. Yeah, it's a lot of great conversations. It's a great show. It's a good crowd. So
yeah, it is a good crowd. People are friendly, and they're all here for the same reason, right?
Yeah, it's a highly qualified. I mean, it's exactly who we wanted to meet. So not a lot of riffraff.
I know there's no riffraff. Maybe late night.
Yeah. Last night there was a little riffraff.
Yeah, well that's okay. It's Vegas, right? It's supposed to stay in Vegas unless you have 2 video cameras on you. So.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's right. Is he staying in Vegas?
You know what? I know this is a bit of a buzzkill, but how do you feel like the economy in America will affect your business, or will it? I mean, we've got people that say, you know what, it's not. So what's your opinion?
Well, we actually had our best month ever in January by a decent margin. Yeah, more signups than any time in our history. So it might be that the economy is actually helping us, because our database product is much more affordable than big server-based databases like Oracle or DB2 or things like that. So it might be that the economy is making businesses question whether they should build their own custom business application and instead go to Google and search for a web-based business platform or application platform that's a lot cheaper. So in other words, we're a value-priced product compared to $10,000 databases.
Right.
Or compared to hiring a guy to build you an application. If you can just do it through TrackVia, it's a lot cheaper. So we might actually be, I mean, we don't know what to attribute our growth to. There's a lot of things that, every month gets a little bit better, but it might be that the economy is actually helping us because people at much higher price points, those customers are looking down at the TrackVia price point to save money. So we might be counter-cyclical, as they say, benefiting from recession.
Well,
or we're just doing things right, and, and when the economy's over, we'll grow even faster. I don't know.
Just go with it,
don't
right?
Know. Yeah, it's hard to know.
Don't fix it if it's not broken.
That's
or
right.
whatever.
That's right.
Good.
No, things are good.
Well, that's cool. Thanks so much for chatting with me.
Cool.
Really appreciate
likewise.
it. Yeah, and I hope that TrackVia does really well in the coming years, and
bless
you grow.
That's the nicest thing anyone said to me today
Really?
in the last 5 minutes on TV.
Well, you know what? I'm glad I could do that. I'm glad I'm that person for you.
Thank you.
Take this memory home with you.
All right.
Thanks
for
a
the race.
lot.
I appreciate it.
Cool.